for picture.
You all claimed him actually for the 25,000.
Yeah, we claimed him for 25,000.
Yeah. The race before, or two races before, that had to be the world's toughest maiden 16,000 ever.
For sure. Maximum security one, he ran in third.
Yeah.
You want to see a 16 like that for a long time, or if ever again.
Now, what did you think when you claimed him for the 25 you were getting?
We just thought he had run consistent races and going short, and he had won before 6.5. He won well, and we thought for 25 he was face value at least, and he was bred to go longer. His dam had won going great estate going long. We figured he was going long for the first time that he could improve. So at least we knew we were getting pretty much face value, and if he improved going longer, then we had a horse that we could have some fun with. We never expected him to be this kind of horse.
Talk about his race in the Ohio Derby when he just got beat by Owendale.
That was definitely his best race of his life, and I don't know if it was a combination of him just doing good or taking off the blinkers or riding in more reserve, but it was so far his career best, and if he could run something similar to that, he would have a good shot tonight.
What do you make of the field overall, particularly Mr. Money, who will be a strong favorite in there?
Well, Mr. Money's the informed horse. His last two races have been very impressive. The Pat Day Mile race worked out really good. I think the horse won up. Two stakes winners come out of that race after that, so the form's strong. So he's a deserving favorite, and he's a tough horse to beat.
And sort of talk about how Math Wizard is coming into this race since the Ohio Derby.
He's coming into this race good. His 3 weeks is it was a decision if to come in 3 weeks or not, but we decided to give it a shot, and he seems well.
How many horses do you train?
Right now we have 48 horses.
And where would this horse fit in the scheme of your stable? For people that don't know a lot about your
He's
stable.
at the top. Mostly we're predominantly, we have a lot of claimers, and he was a claimer too, but he's on the uprise, and we're picking up better horses over the last couple of months. We started picking up much better horses, quality horses.
And put in perspective what a horse like this could do for you and for the stable.
Oh, for a horse like this, it attracts more business. It lets people know that you could train a higher quality horse, which is important because they want to see that. And so a horse like him is a dream.
Do you think that maximum security coming out of the maiden 16 has given people different perspective on, you just can't look way back at a horse's form and see where they might have been running. You got to look at the recent form to see what they might be able to do.
Oh, for sure. I think horses, you got to judge them in the current form. The last 3-4 starts is important. You can't. If a horse was a claimer early in his career and he's got good, and he's shown in some starts that he's consistent, that means he's legit good.
Did you happen to see that race that he was third in for the 16, that the future
Derby
first place finisher?
I watched it live that day. Yeah, I watched it live that day.
Was Maximum Security a buzz horse back then even? Or?
No, for 16. Like for that day, no. He went on runs for 16. I don't think anyone, even after his 16 win, no one would have believed that he would go on to win the Kentucky Derby. So I think after maybe his third start that he won, I think he thought he was a good horse, and then he still had to do it in the Florida Derby, and then he did that, and people started to believe.
Since the Ohio Derby, was this always the plan then, the Indiana Derby?
Yeah, the reason to leave him in Keeneland was that if he was doing good to be in a closer location to go to Indiana. That was the reason for leaving at Keeneland.
What are this horse's best attributes?
His best attribute is his mind. He has a solid mind, and he's an easygoing horse. He likes to do his work. And you put him on the track, and he's always gonna do things easy. And when he works like a good horse. It's not to say that he doesn't show anything on the morning. On the morning, he works like a good horse.
And what sort of confidence do you bring into the Indiana Derby with your horse?
Confidence, that's the intriguing thing about racing. You never know you never know what's going to happen. And if you were to tell me that he's going to run back to the Ohio Derby, I think we have a very good shot. But racing, that's the unknown part. That's why you run the races.